Hello Miss, my name is Florencia and I'm from Group 5. Today we are going to explain about tourism in South Korea and Bogor. But before I started our video, I want to introduce my group members. So there is Stephanie, Elvina Aprilia, Felicia Augustin Lorenza, and Davin.
Hello Miss, my name is Stephanie with NIM 192000168. Today I will explain two components of tourism and three destinations in South Korea. Let's get started with the components of tourism. First, the five components of tourism are attraction, accessibility, accommodation, amenities, and activities. I will explain about attraction and accommodation. Attraction. Tourism activity starts with the attraction. Attraction are two types: natural attraction like lakes, rivers, mountains, and man-made attraction like monuments, museum, and shopping areas. The ultimate motive on any tourist is to experience the attraction, to accessibility and accommodation. But it can be said that attractions are at the first step of tourism supply chain. Attractions consist of archaeological sites, cultural sites, historical buildings, and monuments and events. The example will be presented by my friend Felicia. Accommodation. Accommodation is one of the most crucial aspects of a destination. Any traveler choosing to visit any destination will firstly look for accommodation suited to his or her needs. There are a few places which are being visited by tourists only for their hotels. Palace Hotel Chail, Uma Seat Bawan Place Jaipur are some of the examples of hotels where tourists have to pay just for visiting the hotel property. Accommodation should be comfortable and good quality of service facilities should be provided to the guests by the accommodation units. Mainly are two types of accommodation. Service accommodation, it refers to the service provided by the hotel, resort, guest hotels, motels, boutique hotels, homestays, star category hotels, and etc. Different hotels are established to provide service of lodging and food for the guests. Self-catering or supplementary accommodation, it refers to the premises which offer accommodation but not the service of hotel. It provides food and accommodation in return of cash per day. Example: Youth Hostel, Dharmalasas, Pati Paua, Tourist Holiday Village, and etc.
Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Felicia Augustin Lorenza, and now I will explain about what attraction in South Korea. In South Korea, we can see the Jeonju Lantern Festival, where the tourists can see the various shapes of lantern, from the shapes of Korean leaders, Korean instrument, traditional music, and the others. And usually this festival is held for commemorate and honor to heroes who died in war. And usually this festival is held for 10 until 15 days in October. The second is dance in public. As we know, in South Korea is so very famous of K-pop. So many Korean people are dance in publics, and usually they dance in one of famous place in South Korea. There is a Myeongdong Street, and the tourists can enjoy the market snacks in Myeongdong Street while watching this attraction. And the last is the traditional clothes in South Korea. Many people of Korea wear and show to tourists the traditional clothes of South Korea. There is hanbok, and usually they use hanbok in Gyeongbokgung Palace because in Gyeongbokgung Palace has a photo spot available, and besides that, in Gyeongbokgung Palace also provide the hanbok rentals for tourists who want also wear the hanbok in Gyeongbokgung Palace and photo in there.
Next topic about destination in South Korea. Let's get started. Nami Island. Nami Island is a small half-moon-shaped island located in Changcheon-si region, Gangwon-do province, South Korea. Nami Island, also known as Nami Island or Namiseon, has an area of 1,460,000 square meters. Originally, this place was a landform by being inundated by the rising waters of the North Han River as a result of the construction of the Changpyeong Dam. The name Nami Island comes from the name of a general who died because he was accused of betraying the government of King Sejong, the seventh king of Joseon dynasty, namely General Nami, who was buried in this place. Entrance ticket special rate for elementary school students or children is 7,000 Korean dollar. The discount rate is for youth is 10,000 Korean won and general rate is 13,000 Korean won. Namsan Tower and Seoul Tower is one of popular tourist destination in the city of Seoul. This place is located on the top of Mount Namsan with a height of 479 meters above sea level with tower height about 237 meters. In the top of the tower, there is also a restaurant so we can enjoy the beautiful of Seoul while enjoying delicious food. Namsan Tower was built in 1969 to function as radio and television transmitter. In 1980, this tower was opened to the public and made into a tourist attraction that offers beautiful views of Seoul City from the top of the tower. The color of city light in Namsan Tower at night changes according to the air condition at that time. The blue color indicates very good weather, the green color indicates the air conditioning is not too good and it's recommended to use a mask, while the red color indicates that the air very bad and people should not to leave the house. Namsan Tower is favorite place for couples who are in love because of their love lock. Entrance to Namsan Tower area is free. If you want to go up to the observatory tower, you need to buy a ticket for 10,000 Korean won for adult and 8,000 Korean dollar for children. Myeongdong Street. Myeongdong is located in Janggu-sil, South Korea. This Myeongdong became one of the largest shopping center and also one of the main tourist attractions in Seoul City. This area was known as Myeongdongbang during the Joseon dynasty. Previously, most of the area was residential before the arrival of the Japanese era. Since then, the area was changed to Myeongdong Chicheong and become commercial district. The Myeongdong area is said to be one of the most expensive shopping centers in the world. The brands are varied, ranging from local to international. In addition to shop in this area, there are also hotels, restaurants, cinema, historical sites. This completes Myeongdong as one of the main tourist areas in South Korea.
Hello Miss, my name is Florencia, and now it's my turn to explain about Korean tourist activities. First, I will explain about the activities that tourists can do at Nami Island. The Nami Island destination has several fun activities that can be done while visiting there. The activity that tourists can do is cycling around Nami Island. And then, tourists can take pictures with the Winter Sonata statue. Winter Sonata is an ancient Korean drama that is quite famous. Last but not least, Nami Island also has a very iconic and must-visit photo spot, namely the Ginkgo tree. The things that make this place interesting is the difference in how it looks every season. In winter, the tree will look all white. In summer, this tree will look green with lots of leaves. In autumn, the leaf on the ginkgo tree will turn yellow, and in spring, the leaf on this tree will turn pink. Second, I will explain about the activities that tourists can do at Namsan Tower. Tourists who visit the Namsan Tower destination, also known as the An Seoul Tower, can enjoy the city atmosphere from a height on the tower observation deck. The main observation deck is on the third floor with walls and floors made of glass, so you can have a 360-degree view. Then, tourists can also buy a padlocks and decorate them to hang around the fence that has been provided there. This is usually done to leave memories when visiting there. Third, I will explain about the activities that tourists can do at Myeongdong Street. Myeongdong Street is also one of must-visit destinations while on vacation to South Korea. Because on Myeongdong Street, tourists can shop for a lot of makeup, skincare, clothes, and home supplies there. In addition, Myeongdong Street also has a lot of Korean street food that you must try. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alvina Aprilia and I will explain the attraction in Bogor. The first one is Festival Cap Gomeh. This festival is a tradition of Chinese New Year celebration and Thanksgiving ceremonies for the blessing given by God in the previous year. And this festival falls on the first month of the Chinese New Year. This festival, there are various kind of attraction, such as lion dance performance, which is a traditional dance that mimic a lion movement in the lion costume. The second one is the voyage. The Voyage is a tourist spot that has famous building concept that comes from Europe. In this place, tourists can enjoy beautiful views of European-style miniature building, such as the Eiffel Tower and the Windmill Dutch and many more. While enjoying the views, tourists can also eat European specialties such as pizza, steak, and soup. And in addition, tourists can also experience a canoe ride or boat ride on the canal and enjoy views like the Italian city of water in Venice. The third is Dongdang Festival. Dongdang is a casket that contains products of the earth that is carry and symbolize mutual cooperation and the prosperity of the Sundanese people. At this festival, there will be a parade along the way and there will also be performance of culture products that will be displayed by the participant. And this festival is a form of gratitude from the bond between the community and God, who has spiritual and religious values.
Hello Miss and everyone, my name is Davin with name 192000171. This time I had the opportunity to explain what are the interesting destinations in Bogor. Actually there's a lot of good destinations for sightseeing and visiting, but I only will explain two destinations that I personally think that are definitely worth your time to visit. And the two destinations that I want to tell you guys about is the Bogor Botanical Gardens and also the Curug Bidadari. The first one is the Bogor Botanical Gardens. This destination is located in Paledang in central Bogor with an area of 87 hectares. At the Bogor Botanical Gardens, we can see information about Indonesian history, animals that lived in the past in Indonesia, and various kinds of unique plants and many more. One of the main attractions, there's the corpse flower, and when it's close to blooming, it will emit a strong smell of rotten corpse. We can also visit the Lady Raffles Monument, which made to commemorate the role of general named Raffles. He once occupied Indonesia during the colonial era. We can also visit the ancient Dutch cemetery. And also, we can visit the Zoology Museum, which we get to see quite a lot of dead animals fossils and that have been collected and preserved from the past. The next one is Curug Bidadari. This destination is located in Sentul Paradise Parks area. Curug means waterfall. Its location in the city of Bogor with easy access from Jakarta. Bidadari Waterfall offers a beautifully natural falls in a beautiful hilly area. On this destination, tourists can enjoy the waterfall in so many ways. For example, like standing or sitting under the waterfall. They can also take photos as a memory and a keepsake. Below the waterfall, there is also an artificial pond that can be used by visitors as a waterfall. Fun fact about this destination: the appearance of the rainbow in this waterfall fosters belief about the origin of the name Curug Bidadari. The rainbow is believed to be a bridge for 7 angels to come down to bathe here. According to local stories, this is where the name of this waterfall came from.
After that, I will tell about what activities we can do in Bogor. In Bogor, we can go to Kebun Raya Bogor to see the various kind of flora and fauna in Kebun Raya Bogor. And besides that, we can also looking around with scooter in Kebun Raya Bogor. And in Bogor, we can also do the culinary activities in Gang Out, because in there has many kind of food according to the taste of tourists, and make the tourists don't feel bored and make the tourists to interested for come back to Gang Out. After that, we can also go to Tajur, because in Tajur we can do many activities like shopping bag, feeding the fish, and in Tajur provide the playground for child, and they also provide the swimming pool who family want to swimming in there.
And that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching and staying until the end. Goodbye!